So last year we made 31 Udemy tips videos and it's been popular since then. It's actually one of the most popular videos on this channel and you actually loved it. So a year later, I decided to make a continuation of that. And yes, as you can guess from the title of this video, this will be 31 more Udemy tips for an online instructors. And yes, a year later, I have one more year behind me of successes and failures, and I would love to share all of this with you. So I guess without further ado, let's get it started. And by the way, this won't be in any particular order. All of them are very random and some of them are actually continuations from the previous video. So you can just watch this and then go to the previous video, or you can watch the previous video and then come back here. In any ways, I will be including a link in the description down below and I will be including a link somewhere right here as well. So let's start with tip number 1. When you're creating a course on a Udemy dashboard, Udemy actually gives you all the tips that you need in your video course creation. I cannot stress this enough how many people are making this mistake and not reading the tips that Udemy is actually giving to you. When you press create a course, on the left side you're gonna have a bunch of tabs where you don't fill out anything. All you need to do is just to read them. Read them before you're gonna start actually recording your course. It's very important. They give you a bunch of information about videos themselves and about the manner of teaching on Udemy and what you actually need to do to create a good course. So read them very carefully. Tip number 2. You can actually promote Facebook groups and YouTube channels to your Udemy students. Udemy is actually very prohibitive with the links that you can include in your courses and especially in your announcements. But they have specifically said directly to me that you are actually allowed to promote YouTube channels and Facebook groups through an educational announcements. For the ones who doesn't know, educational announcements is basically an email marketing to your students. All you need to do to create an educational announcements is go to your dashboard, go to your communication, select announcements and select educational announcements for the specific course that you have. And that's it. If you have a Facebook group and if you have a YouTube channel, you can promote it through there. Tip number 3, you can actually promote affiliate offers in your Udemy courses. I bet you didn't know that. Udemy actually has a concept of a bonus lecture. It is a very last lecture of the course that can only be called bonus. And in that lecture, you can promote anything that you want and you can put a link to anything that you want, except for obvious restrictions like an adult content and things like that. But if you have an affiliate offers or if you have your own products to sell outside of Udemy, you can promote it through there. Tip number 4, and it's mainly about the actual concept of teaching on Udemy and not actual tip, and it is that being a Udemy instructor is all about teaching, not about you knowing the subject. Let me explain. If you're an instructor, you may know a lot of things about a certain subject, but if you're very bad at actually conveying and teaching it through a video, your course will be bad no matter how smart you are. And vice versa, even if you know very little about the subject and you're great at actually explaining, your course will do great. So remember, it's all about how you teach, not about what you know. Students are paying for experience of teaching from you, not for your knowledge. It's weird, but it is true. Tip number 5, and I cannot believe that I really need to say this, but this has been a problem over and over again, and this is the reason why a lot of Udemy instructors are getting banned on Udemy. And it is, if you don't speak English well, do not create your course in English. And I mean it. I've seen so many people that cannot connect 2 sentences together in English in a written form, yet they have created an entire courses and are baffled that they are getting banned from Udemy. Again, it ties to the previous one. If you cannot teach, it doesn't matter what you know. And if you cannot speak, it doesn't matter what you have in your head. Don't create the courses in English if you cannot speak English. And especially if you cannot write in English. Using Google Translate to translate from your own language to English won't work. It just will not. So don't do that. Tip number 6, and yes, you can upload Udemy courses on Skillshare as well. I've been asked this question probably every video of Udemy or Skillshare, and yes, you can actually cross-post the courses between the platforms. The only restrictions is that you should not actually mention the platforms themselves. For example, if you create a course for Udemy and want to upload on Skillshare, your course should not include the word Udemy anywhere, or it should not imply that this course is made for Udemy. That's why I make courses as general as possible, so it would not imply that it's been made for one platform or another. Tip number 7, and it's all about the ranking your courses. So if you want to rank for certain keywords, meaning the certain words that people are searching for, it is based on titles, meaning that whether you have this word in title, in subtitles, again, if you have this word in subtitles, and the descriptions, again, if you have this word in the description, in the lecture names, conversions, your course score, and your number of reviews. So it's a lot of factors that takes place in the ranking for the keywords. However, still, the main ranking factor is the keywords in titles and in subtitles. And yes, weirdly enough, keyword stuffing actually works for Udemy. As an example, if you have a course about YouTube, if you use YouTube in the title twice, you have a higher chance to rank higher. But if you'll use it more, let's say 3 times, then you will be flagged for keyword stuffing and go down. So some measure of keyword stuffing works on Udemy, but not a lot. So remember that. Tip number 8, if you want to rank for the course topic, it is purely based on the number of reviews. It's not about the keywords in title or subtitle or anywhere else. It's not about the keyword score. It's not even about the conversions. It is purely about the number of reviews. So even if you have like review score of 3, you have 1,000 reviews, you'll be ranking first if no one else has 1,000 reviews. Tip number 9 is do not spend months in creating the course. You are not creating a university degree. You are literally creating a video lecture talking about a certain subject. And you don't need to spend months creating a course. You really don't. Usually people just overthink and think that you're there creating some type of degree and they're creating some kind of educational masterpiece. You aren't. The courses are made in the same amount for entertainment as they are for education. It's a video form. It's the same for the YouTube videos as it is for Udemy. Do not spend excessive amounts of time on planning the course. If you can talk about the topic in one-to-one conversation, you won't take months to discuss that, right? It will take only a few hours to talk about certain subject. And yes, accounting for video editing and planning and things like that, maximum that you need for course creation is just a few weeks. Absolute maximum, and I'm talking about multiple hour course. Unless you create a 150-hour course, you don't need months to prepare for course creation. Tip number 10 is to use AutoCutting software in your videos. A lot of videos, including even this YouTube video, includes a lot of dead air. If you don't know what dead air means, dead air is a silent part of your video where you're just sitting and not telling anything. Maybe you're reading a script or just thinking for yourself. And usually the online courses include a lot of dead air. So yes, use AutoCutting software like TimeBolt that I use myself. I will be including a link in the description down below to cut all the dead air from your videos. Trust me, it's much faster than doing it by yourself. Tip number 11, for the course descriptions, use AI writing tools. Yes, you heard this right. I'm actually using AI writing tool myself to write a description of the courses. It takes a lot of time to think a very good description, and AI writers just help you a lot with that. I'm using a tool called Writer, and it actually allows me to create an amazing descriptions for my courses. Again, I'll be including a link in the description down below and you can check it out yourself as well. It's an amazing how much time it saves you. Tip number 12 is to not expect a lot from the large yearly sales. I've seen this a lot of times. People are starting being an instructor on Udemy just because of the Black Friday sales, because usually it's the largest sale of the year on Udemy, and instructors usually are making the most amount of money during this time. And people are expecting a huge piles of money being made during this time just because they have one course. No, it does not work that way. People work for an entire year or maybe years to rank high, because when the Black Friday sales come, they have higher chances. And usually it's the larger courses that are making the most amount of money during that time. Yes, most likely you will make more than usual, but $2 is more than $1, so yeah, it may not be much more. So yeah, do not have high expectations for Black Friday sales or any other similar sales. Tip number 13 is because of the changes in Udemy free coupon policies, you actually might benefit more from free coupons now than from any time else. And the restriction comes from the number of redemptions from the free coupons. So before, people could redeem free coupons a limited amount of times during the 3-day time frame, but now it is only 1,000 redemptions and for 5 days. And you see, if your course is pretty big and you're promoting your course, people go through 1,000 redemptions very fast, And when people see this course and they really want the course, there's actually a pretty high chance that they will still buy the course if they cannot get redemptions. And I actually have seen quite an increase from my promotions, and I've been actually making quite a lot more money from free coupons than I was making before. So yeah, have this in mind. Tip number 14 is ask for reviews inside of your lectures. So that means that you need to plan your videos in a way that you need to actually say and ask people to leave a positive review in the course during the videos themselves. This will help you a lot because people usually just ignore the reviews altogether or just write the bad reviews because Udemy is just showing this review pop-up way too early. And usually people just don't continue learning and then they just leave these 1-star reviews for no reason. So yeah, ask people and remind them to leave a reviews, not in all of the lectures, but every like 3 or 4 lectures, remind them that they can actually do that, and it helps you a lot. Tip number 15 is to use promotional announcements of Udemy every time you create a new course. Yes, if you have already a base of students, when you create a new course, you can promote this course to those students. You don't need to create a coupon for that, but just tell them that you have a new course. And if those people actually enjoyed your previous course, you have a high chance that they will actually convert to students to this course as well. And yeah, you're gonna get 97% from this conversion, so why wouldn't you do that? And speaking of cross promotions, tip number 16, create multiple courses. You will not reach Udemy heights with just one course. It's impossible. No one ever reached the high amounts of income with just one course. It's simply impossible. People have dozens and dozens of courses, and it's a similar way to YouTube where you cannot actually succeed with just one video. It's same for Udemy. When you're done with one course, move on to another one immediately and create the courses one after another. You have twice as many chances to succeed with 2 courses than compared to just one course, and 3 times as many chances with 3 courses than compared to one course. So why wouldn't you do that? Create multiple courses. Number 17, and that's actually my own problem, and this costed me a lot of positive reviews, and actually around 90% of my negative reviews are coming from this one, and it is try to not talk too fast. Yes, I know that's my issue. I talk too fast. I cannot help with this one because yeah, when I'm passionate, I talk fast. A lot of people don't speak English that well and they don't understand when I speak too fast. It seems like more like their problem, but yeah, they will write 1-star reviews to you because you talk too fast. So yeah, just have this in mind. Tip number 18, and I cannot stress this enough, do not buy reviews from Fiverr, or rather do not buy anything from Fiverr that is related to Udemy. People are just buying reviews and think that Udemy will not get that or will not understand that they're actually buying this. Udemy knows. They know when you're buying reviews from Fiverr. They know this very well. They track everything. If you were able to find the listing of Fiverr where you can buy the reviews, don't you think that Udemy themselves would do that as well? That is the fastest way to getting banned on Udemy, like the fastest. So don't do that. Tip number 19 is to focus on landing page if you want to make sales. And focus on course itself if you want to make happy students. Yes, it's as simple as that. Your course description, your course banner, your promo video, and all the information that you're filling out and people are actually seeing. So yeah, focus on that. If you have a bad banner and bad course description, doesn't matter how great your course is, it won't sell. Yeah, and for course description, yeah, use an AI writer. It will help you a lot. If you cannot come up with a very large descriptions or very good descriptions. And tip number 20 is very important that a lot of people are overlooking, and it is to focus on student retention. You see, when you go to an engagement tab on your Udemy Instructor dashboard, you will see that the absolute majority of students are dropping off as you go through the course, meaning that more students are starting and very little are actually finishing. That's absolutely normal. Don't worry about that. No courses have this absolute 100% retention rate or even close to that. But you should pay attention where the majority of students are dropping off. Like 10 to 20% dropping off from lecture to lecture is okay, but if you see that half of the students are dropping off from one lecture to another, that might be an issue. Pay really close attention what might cause this, maybe the quality of the lecture, maybe the things that you didn't explain well enough, and put additional lectures before that to explain that such thing will be coming and explain the things that people might not actually like. That's actually very important. A lot of people are actually overlooking that. Tip number 21 is to use all of your coupons every single month. On Udemy, you have an ability to create 3 coupons per course, and coupons can be for free coupons or for the discounted price as well. If you're giving away free coupons, make sure that you use them all. And if you don't want to give away free coupons, make sure that you create a discount coupons. It's very important that to use them and to promote the discount coupons, because you're gonna get 97% from these sales, and with a high discounts, it's very likely that people will actually buy the courses. So yeah, use them all. And speaking of using them all, tip number 22 is to use all of your announcements every single month. So announcements on Udemy is the same thing as email marketing basically. And you have 2 types of announcements, one educational and one promotional. You have 4 educational announcements per month per course and 2 promotional announcements per month per course. In educational announcements, you can give an additional fact, additional text information, and you can also promote your Facebook groups and your YouTube channel. And for promotional announcements, you basically promote your other courses to your other students from your other courses. So it's a great way to cross promote, and just make sure to remind them of that. And speaking of cross promotions, tip number 23, use promotional announcements and cross promote the courses during the sales. You see, when the sale is going on, every single course is already discounted, and a lot of students do not go to Udemy every single day to check whether sale is going on or not. But they go to their emails, right? So when the sale will be up, you can just send promotional announcements that, yeah, you can come to this course and buy it on a discounted price, and you will not even need to use a coupon for that. The course will be already discounted, and because students will come through your own referral link, you are still gonna get 97% from a sale. So yeah, remember, use promotional announcements during the sales. Tip number 24 is to update your course at least once every few months. You see, the last updated tag on courses are visible for everyone, and people will be able to see whether this course is very old or pretty new. And even if your course is very old, and even if you add 1 more lectures today, it will be updated as last updated today, this month, this year. And yeah, students actually cannot check whether every single lecture has been updated. So yeah, it will make your course look very new and possibly give higher chances to convert. Tip number 25 is to not pay to promote your Udemy courses. A lot of people are asking me this question, whether they need to promote the courses on Facebook or other ads platform, and the one resounding answer is no, because you are not getting those people. You are not paying for those people. You're paying to get these people to Udemy, not you. You are basically gifting the students to Udemy, and Udemy is free to promote whatever they want to them, not you. You may get banned from Udemy any day and any hour, any time, and you will lose these students forever. But Udemy will regain them. So if you want to promote your courses, promote them for your own self-hosting platform, not for Udemy. The whole point of Udemy is that they are doing the promotions, not you. So do not pay for promoting Udemy courses. Tip number 26, and it is about Udemy seasonality. You see, the course sales on Udemy is very, very seasonal, meaning that they will change depending on the time of the year. The majority of the sales are actually coming from September to January, while the other part of the year is basically much lower than that. But why, you may ask? Well, the same reason why you are not studying during the summer. You are going out, taking a break, having a fun. You're not spending a lot of time inside watching video courses. Some of you are, but the majority aren't. And majority of people are spending a lot of time studying during November because there are a lot of sales, and they're home because it's cold outside. During December, because it's Christmas sales, again, it's cold outside and they're home. During January, because it's a new year resolutions and it's new year, new me, and I will start new things, etc., etc. And a lot of people are studying during January, and it drops in February because, yeah, people are just getting burned out, and yeah, they usually do not fulfill their new year's resolutions by February already. So yeah, it just drops then it slowly creeps up, then it drops in the summer, but sometimes it goes up. You never know. It's very, very seasonal. And do not expect same sales every single month, or do not expect just sales going up and up and up every single month. It sometimes goes up, sometimes it plummets down, sometimes it goes sky high, and you never know when this happens. So yeah, expect decisional fluctuations a lot. Tip number 27, if you have problems with Udemy or anything, any issue, do not contact Udemy through emails. Use a live chat function. You see, when you go to any Udemy help article, on the bottom right corner, there is a live chat button. All you need to do is just press it and you will be able to contact someone live on Udemy. And yes, they specifically said that try to avoid emails because they do not answer them all the time. So yeah, use live chat functionality if you have any issues with Udemy. Tip number 28, and this is very important, is to have some type of social media presence. You see, when you are a Udemy instructor, you are already an authority in the eyes of your student. And they might have some questions and they might have some issues and they might have some concerns that they do not want to convey to you directly through Udemy. They want to connect to you directly. Or maybe they want some additional content from you. Or maybe they want something else from you. Or maybe they want to pay for your consulting. You don't know, you never know that. So you need to have some other social media presence, meaning that you need to have some type of Facebook group, or you need to have a YouTube channel, or you need to have an Instagram, or you need to have something, or Twitter or something like that, so people will be able to connect to you freely, and you need to include the social media presence on your Udemy instructor public profile. Tip number 29, and I can't believe that people are actually not using that a lot. And if you're not sure about the quality of your videos and if you want to check whether they will work for Udemy or not, you can use test the video function. And yes, on an instructor dashboard on tools section, right where the marketplace insights are located, you have a test the video function. All you need to do is press that, upload any video that you have of your lectures, maybe some type of test video, and ask Udemy whether it works for them or not. Maybe you're not sure about the aspect ratio, maybe you're not sure about resolution, maybe you're not sure about your microphone quality, maybe you're not sure about your camera quality. They will take a look, and usually within 24 hours, but it's usually around within 3 days, they will actually get back to you and tell you whether everything is right or not, and whether you should continue moving on with the lecture or not. You see, I've seen a lot of instructors finishing entire courses, and when they will submit for review, realizing that they have a very bad quality or they have a very bad aspect ratio or things like that, and it will just ruin the entire courses for them. So yeah, use this function extensively. Tip number 30. When you go to your marketplace insights, you have a promising topics section there updated daily. And yes, check them daily to see whether you can create a course for the promising topic or not. These promising topics are the topics that have a lot of number of students interested in them and not a lot of number of instructors and courses. So you have high chance to succeed, rank high, and earn a lot of income from these type of topics. So check them daily. And last but not least, and here's a very important one, is to work, and work. You see, Udemy success does not come from creating just one course and calling it a day. It takes from the multiple years of very hard work and dedication and willing to improvement. You see, success on Udemy is not a chance or luck or things like that. It's a simple math, and it is a lot of work, a willing to improve, and improvement of yourself, and a lot of time. It takes work plus willing to improve plus time to succeed on Udemy. And yes, things like Udemy Millionaires exist. And if you're willing to work hard enough for this, and if you're willing to improve, and if you're willing to spread the knowledge to your students, there is a high chance that you will be the next Udemy millionaire. So yeah, why wouldn't you do that? Work hard and you will succeed. Wow, that was a lot. 31 more tips. I'm not sure if I will be able to create another one next year. I hope this will be helpful for you. By the way, if you haven't checked the last 31 tips, you can find it right here or right here. I'm not sure where I'm pointing. You can click it right here and go and get it and watch it right now. Well, thank you for being here with me. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want more videos like this one, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See ya.